Howdy, howdy, y'all. This is chapter 4 of Maharaj's I Am That. Real world is beyond the mind. Now, this one's very interesting because it talks a lot about cause and effect. Oh, hi, Noel. I want to say hi to Noel. Anyways, there's interesting, they talk about cause and effect in this one. The questioner, it's kind of, I don't know, it's interesting. The questioner really tries to I think trying to almost I don't know trying to get Maharaj, but like definitely seems to really be not digging his answers almost in a way because Maharaj is arguing that causations is complete BS. That no that in fact there's a particular way he explains it that I really find interesting. He says, "When I say a thing is without a cause, I mean it can be without a particular cause. Your own mother was not needed to give you birth. You could have been born from some other woman, but you could have not been born without the sun and the earth. Even these could not have caused your birth without the most important factor, your own desire to be born. Is desire that gives birth, that gives name and form. The desirable is imagined and wanted and manifests itself as something tangible and conceivable. Thus is created the world in which we live, and then our personal world. The real world is beyond the mind's keen. We see it through the net of our desires, divided into pleasure and pain, right and wrong, inner and outer. To see the universe as it is, you must step beyond the net. It is not hard to do so, for the net is full of holes. And so I think that's this, and this really I think is why this chapter has this particular name of the real world, or real world is beyond the mind, because I think that's what arguing through this, because he's using this idea that well, first of all, it's interesting how he argues. He's how he's arguing against cause and effect. He's kind of because he's since everything is essentially, I mean, it's essentially boiling down to everything is one, and thus and cause is all causing within each other. Like, um, essentially, he argues that everything has so many infinite, like, different factors into it. I mean, I don't know if he would use these exact words, but this is kind of like my interpretation of it. It's that, like, you can use so many different, there's so many different factors into like how one thing is why it is, that it's hard to just be like, oh, the cause and effect is like so linear. It's like this thing caused this thing, that sort of simplistic cause and effect thing doesn't actually like pan out when you actually analyze it in a deeper level. So I really like this chapter because it's brings it up. It brings that up because that is something I think you take for granted. Like, oh yeah, cause and effect. I like the way he approaches this. He approaches it. It's a valid point. It's a very valid argument. The way he breaks everything down. Um, oh yeah, like I said here he says, in response to the questioner when the questioner asks to what extent is desire a causal factor? Because he's in reference, to this, what he was talking about before, and Maharaj says, one of many. For everything, there are innumerable causal factors, but the source of all that is the infinite possibility, the supreme reality, which is in you and which throws its power and light and love on every experience. But this source is not a cause, and no cause is a source. Because of that, I say everything is uncaused. You may try to trace how a thing happens, but you cannot find out why a thing is as it is. A thing is as it is because the universe is as it is. Yeah, I find especially this part when he says, but you cannot find out why a thing is as it is, but a thing is as it is because the universe is as it is. I mean, that part, I'm probably going to mull over that one quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, I do agree that like things are the way they are because the universe, everything is the way it is, and that it's because everything is ultimately like yeah. This references back to the previous chapter as well. If you haven't seen that, as well as the other chapters, I highly go back and watch those. Those are really good. I think you know. Anyways, I think that's about enough of chapter 4. So hope you all have a good one. Peace.